as the unfamiliar to familiar event pattern continues here in the first season of the EMRble Olympic Games, in the early days of it at least. The sprint makes up another absolute classic and makes its return to the channel as the 6th event of the inaugural season here, and it is very much going to be completely straightforward, as I am back in the commentary box by myself. As there you see the standings, Arctic Circles, after 3 top 2 finishes in a row, have taken the lead in the standings. But we will not get started with them. We will instead get started with the team right behind them, the Coffee Colliders, taking on the Painty Patrollers, Amazing Allergies, and Fire Pits, 3 reserves. And they definitely all did better than the only main member here, unfortunately for the home team. They seem to snap back to their form, and the Fire Pits will just stay true to it and fail to advance as well. Now, Rising Sunshine's Volcanic Vindication, Neptune Ninjas, and Membrane Madness in the second heat. And the Ninjas absolutely fire out of a cannon with the Sunshines falling far behind. And who got it between the other two teams? By a singular hundredth of a second, it is Lava from the Volcanic Vindication. Now, Silhouette Squad, Torrential Downpours, Team Glass, and the Balloon Rainbows in Heat 3 here. And off they go, and the two teams on the bottom 2 lanes, surprisingly, I think, both advanced from that. And yes, they do. It's actually closer for 3rd and 4th than it was for 2nd and 3rd there. And now, Arctic Circles, after seeing those two teams, I mean, they really don't have enough points to, pass them for first place in the standings, and they definitely won't after this event. But they themselves are not going to advance, I don't think. No, they don't. Professional Paladins and Green Diamonds beat them to the line. And the Feline Pupils on the other end of that, oh my goodness, dead last. And shockingly enough, the only 2 captains of the event both get bottom 2. And now, on to the semifinals. Painty Patrollers, Volcanic Vindication, Team Glass, and Green Diamonds in the first one. And the Patrollers and Team Glass absolutely patrolled their way to demolish the other 2 teams and advance easily. Really, the first time we didn't have to use photo finishes for anything there. Now, Coffee Colliders, Neptune Ninjas, Balloon Rainbows, and Professional Paladins in the other one. And yeah, we're definitely going to need a photo finish to see who got 2nd place in advanced here. And the Neptune Ninjas just beat out Yellow Balloon from the Balloon Rainbows with the Captain Triton. But they will still get 5th ahead of the Volcanic Vindication, Green Diamonds, and Professional Paladins. And now, Coffee Colliders, if Moko wins this, I cannot wait to see how huge their lead at the top of the standings is going to be after this one. But they will extend not even podium, and it's the Painty Patrollers who, with their reserve, funnily enough, go back-to-back as they celebrate. And Sketch, after Pilot won last event, does it here in the sprint. 2 incredibly fast events have been won by them, and that's now 2 for 3 in which they, and a reserve just in general, have won an individual event. And I was wrong, by the way, about Dawn and Eyeball being the only 2 captains. Turns out Triton was in here as well, and they got the Neptune Ninjas a much better result than the other 2 captains did for their teams. And they jump back into the top half, but overall, the top 2 are tied at 82, with the Painty Patrollers now, surprisingly, just 4 points behind and having gone from 14th to 3rd in the span of just 5 events. And down at the bottom of the standings, the 2 FP teams are once again back at it. Next event will be Block Pumping. See you then.